Welcome back to Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, and we are getting into all the financial markets here today. We're talking about stocks. We're getting into different techniques and strategies, especially with leveraged assets, futures, Forex, options, but also how we can take control of our lifestyles and our investments and hopefully have the opportunity to eliminate or at least minimize fees within income accounts or retirement accounts, which we're going to talk about next. If you happen to miss the website for the investing class that we do virtually, it's 45 minutes. You can just text the word invest to the number 484848, or just go to otamin.com, which is the link that you'll get back in a text, otaminn.com. Pick a date for this investing class virtually or right here in person with Josh and Al. So, Al, as we continue this discussion about how the Wall Street elite, the smart money, is creating income or basically taking $100, turning it into two into four, they're also doing that in retirement accounts as well. It's not just regular trading accounts, it's longer term retirement accounts, 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, TSPs, whatever those accounts are, those retirement accounts, they're using those, right? But it seems like they're doing different strategies than the public is doing. You talked about earlier that the public is just being put in mutual funds and being in a buy and hold strategy as markets go up. And as I just kind of walked through what the opportunities that you're missing are, there's an opportunity that investors can take when they self-direct it. So let's talk about retirement here with different retirement accounts and strategies. How does retail investors, which is us, the public, how do they trade like them and have the opportunity or the potential to take that 100 to turn into two and two into four within their retirement account?
Yeah. And what you're talking about is scalability too. And you mentioned the word trust, I think, at the end of that last segment.
Yep.
The trust comes when you have the confidence of knowing that you are going to be, whatever the trade or investment that you're in is going to be set up in a way that it will protect you. It will have your best interest in mind. In other words, if you're wrong, you're going to get out with the least amount possible with a protection. And if you're right, you're going to get out with the profit that is a realistic profit. And the real key to being successful is knowing where price is going to turn and then knowing how far it's going to go. But there's two exits to a trade. There's an exit if you're wrong, and there's an exit if you're right. Both are preset for you when you put a trade together. We show you how to do that, and using our system and our Click platform, which is a trading analysis and education platform that our students use, that will help you put together a trade knowing that if you are wrong, and you're going to be wrong, no one is going to be right 100% of the time, but the key to being successful is to make sure that when you are not right, you have the least amount of loss possible. And remember that a small loss can never be a big loss. But that's really how you develop the consistency, the confidence, and then the trust in being able to do this. The institutions are using these short-term trading strategies in all market conditions because they know that there's some real benefits there. One of the benefits we talked about is the leverage.
Yeah.
Why not have every dollar that you invest control more dollars than in that? $1 maybe controlling $50 or $100, isn't the potential there for you to have a much greater return possible when you're using that kind of leverage? Also, these assets that we're talking about can be used in down markets. They can be used for short-term income strategies, and then the foreign exchange market and options are great for long-term wealth buildup too. Most of you have a long-term portfolio. If you have an advisor, or if you have a 401k or 403b, those are more long-term retirement type strategies. There are assets that can be used if you structure things properly. There are assets you can use that will actually boost the returns while at the same time protecting you. And what I'm talking about there is taking your 401k money, your 403b money, rolling that into a self-directed IRA, whether it's a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. Now you have many more choices. And the number one thing that you've done when you self-direct, you've eliminated those fees. The fees not only have taken a big part or can take a big part of what you could have while you're working and putting that wealth portfolio together, but remember this, when you retire, the fees are still coming out. So if you're just drawing money out of your retirement account, maybe you're taking 4% a year. That's kind of that 4% rule, which is not really that accurate now, but that was a a strategy a lot of advisors were saying, if you just take 4% out of your retirement accounts, you'll be fine. Well, while you're taking the 4% out, the plan sponsor and the manager of that mutual fund is also taking out maybe 3 to 4%. That's depleting the money you have at a much greater rate. And if you just self-direct it, you've eliminated those fees. Now you have control over different things that you can participate in, not just stock. If you want to buy mutual funds, you can do that. But you have access to the options market, the futures market, the foreign exchange market in your retirement accounts. You have an asset in there that you can use as an insurance policy on your portfolio. So if the market goes through a 50, 60, 70% crash, your portfolio can be protected.
Yep.
And in the assets that we're talking about can also be used in a proper diversification, which is not just having a bunch of stocks or a bunch of mutual funds, just having different asset classes that sometimes don't correlate to each other.
Yeah, and think about this too. I mean, the beauty of leverage. I mean, everybody uses leverage in their everyday life. I'm assuming most of you listening right now have credit cards. That's kind of using leverage.
It
You're
is
using
leverage, absolutely.
essentially borrowed money.
Mhm.
The brokers will do the same thing, and I mean, you have to protect it, but they're not going to let you over leverage yourself. So they kind of have the guardrails on for you, but you still got to manage your risk. Still got to manage your capital properly, so you don't have to worry about big worry in the market. So Al, with these investing classes that you teach right here in Bloomington, or we do these online, it's a virtual class, which is about 45 minutes, get into a lot about retirement account strategies, learning the techniques to potentially lower or eliminate fees. So just text the word invest to the number 484848. When you do that, you're going to get a text back with a link. The link is actually otamin.com. So if you're on your computer, just go to otamin.com and register for this investing class virtually or right here in Bloomington. Heck, when you do that, you're going to receive a financial quick start kit that will help you get started right away. Now, Al, there's a lot of listeners that right now are listening that probably are looking to or seeking for advice from news or subscriptions online. There's a ton of stuff like that online. And quite frankly, they have a bias and they have a thing or a motive that they're doing as well. But people are also talking to their advisor and they're saying, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Advisor, I'm looking to retire soon, or I'm retiring right now. What do I need to do? They say, you know what? It's negative, right? Live on less,
Right.
spend less, have less fun. But you know what? We see people that want to be able to have the opportunity or the potential to upgrade their lifestyle. How does somebody have the opportunity to live a better life by self-directing and not worry about having or just downgrading, having the potential to protect and have the potential to grow their accounts?
Yeah, a lot of people when they retire will leave their money in their employer's their plan, their retirement plan.
401k.
The 401k, 403b, whatever it happens to be, and you're accepting the fact that you're going to have maybe 3, 4, 5% annual returns with exposure to anywhere from 10 to 60% downturns. That's not a great way to invest your money, and you are only going to participate if the market moves up. If it goes down or sideways, you're either losing money or just not participating. So being able to self-direct gives you the opportunity to take control of your assets without paying somebody. And actually, when you think about it in your 401k or 403bs, you're actually making the decisions now anyways. You're managing those. So why not continue managing your assets with more choices that are more beneficial to you? And what if the market does go down? What are you going to do? Do you know what to do? Do you know how to make money when the market goes down? Do you know how to have that potential? Do you know how to protect your assets? Those are things that we teach all of our students, and that's all part of a plan that we help our students put together. And the real goal of that plan is to make sure that you have minimum risk with maximum rewards.
You're right. Al, you brought up a good word there. You said control. We talk to a lot of people here at Online Trading Academy, and one of the key things they say is, you know what, I want more control of my life. I don't want somebody telling me what I have to do in retirement. I don't want to have somebody dictating what I do during retirement. I want to control that myself. And how you do that is by self-directing. Come to one of these investing classes that we do right here in Bloomington or virtually and see what it takes to manage your own retirement account. See what it takes to have the potential to grow that and protect that during retirement, but really have the potential to get there with confidence. Just text the word invest to the number 484848. You're going to receive a link back, which is otamin.com. That's otamin.com. That's MINN.com. If you go there, you can just register for one of these investing classes virtually or in person to see how to self-direct and really have the potential to control what your life could look like. You know what? That third rule of success here, as promised, is associate yourself with successful people or should I just say like-minded people. Let's just scratch the successful, because you know what? It's like-minded people. You want to have retirement groups that know how to protect and grow. I mean, Online Trading Academy has groups of people that get together and sometimes talk about their different strategies together, have different experiences together, so that way you're not alone. So Online Trading Academy is that place. It's kind of that country club of trading and investing. Coming up next, I want to continue this discussion. You mentioned a plan, how to create your own personal financial investment plan. Text the word invest or call 952-814-4410 for this investing class virtually or in Bloomington. We'll be right back.